10th question is a position dependent force F, which is equal to 7 minus 2x plus 3x square Newton, acts on a small body of mass 2 kg and displaces it from the x equal to 0 to x equal to 5 meter. The work done in joule is, options are 135, 270, 35 and 70. Here force is variable force, so we have to use the formula that work equal to integral x equal to x1 to x2 f dx. Substituting the value, x equal to initial position is 0 and finally it is 5 meter, and the force is 7 minus 2x plus 3x square dx. Because integral of sum is sum of integrals, so we can write it as integral x equal to 0 to 5 7 dx minus 2 is constant, so it is taken out of the integral and it is x equal to 0 to 5 x dx plus 3 into integral x equal to 0 to 5 x square dx. It will be equal to 7 is constant, it is taken out, and integral of 1 will be x, and limits are substituted from lower limit is 0 and upper limit is 5. Similarly, minus 2, integral of x is x square by 2 and limits are 0 to 5, plus 3, and integral of x square is x cube by 3, limits are x equal to 0 to 5. Now we substitute the limits, it is 7 into first upper limit, then minus lower limit, minus 2 into upper limit 5 square by 2 minus lower limit 0, plus 3 into upper limit 5 cube by 3 minus 0. So finally we have 35 minus 25 plus 125, because 2 and 2 get cancelled and 3 and 3 get cancelled. And this will be equal to 10 plus 125 and it is equal to 135 joule. Hence option A is the correct option. Question number 11 is a body of mass 3 kg is under a constant force which causes a displacement s in meter in it, given by the relation s equal to 1 by 3 t square, where t is in second and work done by the force in 2 seconds is. Options are 19 by 5 joule, 5 by 19 joule, 3 by 8 joule and 8 by 3 joule. Because force is given constant force, so work done will be equal to force into displacement. And displacement is given by 1 by 3 t square. So velocity will be ds by dt. This will be equal to 1 by 3 into differential of t square, and differential of t square is 2t. Similarly, acceleration is rate of change of velocity. So it can be written as differential of 2t by 3, or it is equal to 2 by 3 into differential of t, and it will be simply 2 by 3 because differential of t is 1. Hence we have acceleration, therefore force will be equal to mass into acceleration, and mass is given 3 kg, 3 into 2 by 3, so it will be 2 Newton is the force. So work will be, force is 2 Newton and displacement in 2 seconds. Displacement is given 1 by 3 t square. So at time t equal to 0, s will be 0, and at time t equal to 2 seconds, s will be equal to 1 by 3 into 2 square, that is equal to 4 by 3 meter. Hence displacement will be equal to 4 by 3 minus 0, it is equal to 4 by 3 meter. And substituting the value here, it will be 4 by 3, it is equal to 8 by 3 joule. Hence option D is the correct option. 12th question is force F on a particle moving in a straight line varies with distance d as shown in the figure. Figure shows a graph between the force and displacement, and as per the graph, force is a variable force. The work done on the particle during its displacement of 12 meter is, options are 18 joule, 21 joule, 26 joule and 13 joule. So for variable force, work is integral F into ds, and for a straight line path of the particle, this work will be the area of force displacement graph. And the interval for which we have to find the work is 12 meter. Therefore, this area is the area of trapezium, which is shown in the graph, and the area of trapezium is half into sum of parallel sides into perpendicular distance between the parallel sides. So it will be equal to half into one of the parallel side is having the length 7 minus 3, that is 4, and other has 12 minus 3, that is 9. So this sum is 4 plus 9 into, and perpendicular distance is 2 minus 0. This is 2 into 2. 2 and 2 get cancelled, so it will give 13 joule. Hence option D is the correct option. Question number 13 is, a particle move in a straight line with retardation proportional to its displacement. Retardation A is proportional to x, and with minus sign refers the retardation. Its loss of kinetic energy for any displacement x is proportional to, options are x square, e raised to the power x, x, and log x with base e. If we equate this proportionality, we will have A equal to minus kx, where k is a proportionality constant. So force will be equal to mass into acceleration. We can write it is minus kmx. Now to find the work, because force is a variable quantity here, depending on the displacement, we can write that it is integral f dx and x equal to 0 to x. This will be equal to x equal to 0 to x. F is minus kmx and dx. Minus km is constant, so remaining is x dx with limit x equal to 0 to x. On integrating, we will have integral of x is x square by 2 with limit 0 to x. It will be equal to minus km. Substituting upper limit, it will be x square by 2, and then lower limit, it is 0. So we will have minus km by 2 x square. Therefore, work is proportional to x square. Hence, option A is the correct option. Question number 14 is, at time t equal to 0, particle start moving along the x-axis. If its kinetic energy increases uniformly with time t, the net force acting on it must be proportional to, options are root t, constant, t, or 1 by root t. It is given that kinetic energy is proportional to t. So it will be equal to k equal to some constant b into t, and k is defined as p square by 2m, where p is the momentum and m is the mass. So replacing k with p square by 2m, we will have p square by 2m equal to bt, or p square equal to 2mb into t, or taking the square root on both sides, we will have root 2mb into t, or we can write this p equal to root 2mb into root t. We know that force is rate of change of momentum, that is F equal to dp by dt. So F will be equal to dp by dt, differentiating root 2mb into root t with respect to time, and 2mb is constant, so it is taken out of the differential. We will have 2mb into differential of root t. This will be equal to root 2mb, and differential of root t is 1 by 2 root t. This will be equal to square root of 2mb by 2 into 1 by root t. This root 2mb by 2 is a constant. Therefore, we can write that force will be proportional to 1 by root t. Hence, option D is the correct option. Question number 15 is, a bullet of mass 10 gram leaves a rifle at an initial speed of 1000 meter per second and strikes the earth at the same level with velocity of 500 meter per second. The work done in joule for the overcoming the resistance of air will be, options are 375 joule, 3750 joule, 5000 joule, or 500 joule. Using the work energy theorem, which is work equal to change in kinetic energy, because bullet is moving against the air resistance, so there will be a loss of kinetic energy, and it is given by half m into v1 square minus half into m into v2 square. Substituting the value, it is mass is 10 gram, so it will be 0.01 kilogram into initially speed is 1000, so it is 1000 square minus half into 0.01 into 500 square. It will be equal to half into 0.01 into, and taking the common, we will have 10 raised to the power 6 minus 0.5 square into 10 raised to the power 6. So it will be equal to half into 10 raised to the power minus 2 into 10 to the power 6 is common, so it is taken out, and remaining is 1 minus 0.25. So it will be equal to half into 10 raised to the power 4 into, and 1 minus 0.25, it is 0.75. That is equal to 0.375 into 10 raised to the power 4, or it is equal to 3750 joule. Hence option B is the correct option. Question number 16 is, a time dependent force F equal to 60 acts on a particle of mass 1 kilogram. If the particle starts from rest, the work done by the force during the first 1 second will be. Options are 22 joule, 9 joule, 18 joule and 4.5 joule. It is given that force equal to 60. So this implies that mass into acceleration will be equal to 60, and acceleration will be equal to 60 by m, and m is given 1 kilogram, so it will be 60 by 1, that is equal to 60 meter per second square. Acceleration can be defined as the rate of change of velocity, so it is dv by dt equal to 60. This implies that dv will be equal to 60 dt. Integrating both sides, it will be equal to integral dv equal to integral of 60 dt, and time are from 0 to 1 second, and initially object is at rest, so velocity will be initially 0 and then finally is v. So integral of dv is v with limit v equal to 0 to v. It will be equal to 6 into, and integral of t is t square by 2 with limits t equal to 0 to 1. So we have v minus 0, first upper limit and then lower limit, will be equal to 6 into, first upper limit it is 1 by 2 and then lower limit it is 0. So so velocity will be equal to 6 by 2, that is equal to 3 meter per second. Now we have to find the work, and from work energy theorem, work will be equal to the change in kinetic energy, and change in kinetic energy will be half into m into v square minus half into m into u square. Half mv square is the final kinetic energy, so it is half into mass is 1 and velocity is 3 square minus half into 1 into initially object is at rest, so it is 0. That is equal to 9 by 2, or it is equal to 4.5 joule. Hence option D is the correct option. Question number 17 is, a particle of mass 10 gram moves along a circle of radius 6.4 centimeter with a constant acceleration. What is the magnitude of this acceleration if the kinetic energy of the particle becomes equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 4 joule by the end of the second revolution after the beginning of this motion? Options are 0.18 meter per second square, 0.2 meter per second square, 0.1 meter per second square and 0.15 meter per second square. In circular motion, particle has two type of the forces. One is the centripetal force, which is directed towards the center, and another is tangential force Ft, which is directed along the velocity and the displacement. Therefore, the angle between the centripetal force and the displacement is 90 degree. Because of that, work will be 0. And tangential force is along the displacement, so the angle between them is 0 degree. So work will be equal to the force into displacement. Using the work energy theorem, that is work equal to change in kinetic energy, this implies that work due to the centripetal force Fc dot S plus work due to the tangential force dot S, and this is equal to delta K, that is the change in kinetic energy. Because centripetal force and displacement has angle 90 degree, and dot product for 90 degree angle is 0, and angle between the tangential force and displacement is 0 degree, so we can write that Ft into S into cos 0 degree, it will be equal to the change in kinetic energy, which is given 8 into 10 to the power minus 4 joule. This implies that tangential force will be mass into tangential acceleration into displacement, and that is equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 4. Substituting a value, we will have Mass is 10 grams, so it is 0.01 kilogram into tangential acceleration, which we have to find, and displacement is equal to the length of the two revolutions. So it will be equal to 2 into 2 pi into radius, and radius is given 6.4 centimeter, or we can write it is 6.4 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter, and it is equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 4. So tangential acceleration will be equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 4 divided by 0.01 into 2 into 2 pi into 6.4 into 10 to the power minus 2. It will be equal to, this will be equal to 8 into 10 to the power minus 4 divided by, it is 2 into 2 pi, that is 4 pi into 6.4 into, and this 10 to the power minus 2 is this 10 to the power minus 2, it is 10 to the power minus 4. This 10 to the power minus 4 get cancelled. On cancelling 8 by 6.4, it is 0.8. So it will be equal to 1 by 3.2 pi, or 1 by 3.2 into 3.14, and it will approximately equal to 0.1 meter per second square. Option C is the correct option. Question number 18 is, consider a drop of rainwater having mass 1 gram falling from a height of 1 kilometer. It hits the ground with a speed of 50 meter per second. Taking G constant with value of 10 meter per second square, the work done by the gravitational force and resistive force of the air is, and options are given, 1.25 joule, minus 8.25 joule, 100 joule, 8.75 joule. Option C is 10 joule, minus 8.75 joule, and option D is minus 10 joule and minus 8.25 joule. First, we have to find the work due to the gravitational force. So work due to the gravitational force will be equal to, because object is falling in downward direction and hits the ground, and this height is 1 kilometer, and initial speed is 0, final speed is, it is given 50 meter per second, and weight or gravitational force mg is acting downward, therefore work will be equal to force into displacement. It is a dot product. Force is mg, this is the gravitational force, displacement is downward, which is 1 kilometer, so we write it is h, and angle between them is 0 degree. So it will be cos 0 is 1. Substituting the value, 1 gram means 10 to the power minus 3 kilogram into acceleration due to gravity is given 10, and height is 1 kilometer, that means it is 1000 meter. So it will be simply 10 joule. So option C has the value 10 joule. So option C appears correct. Now we have to find the work done due to the resistive force of the air. From the work energy theorem, we know that work done will be equal to the change in kinetic energy, and work is done by the gravitational force plus the resistive force of the air, and it will be equal to the change in kinetic energy, that is equal to m into v square minus half m into u square. It is half into mass is 10 to the power minus 3, and finally velocity is 50, so it is 50 square, minus initial velocity is 0, so initial kinetic energy is 0. That means it will be equal to 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 2500, or we can write it as 2.5 by 2, it is equal to 1.25. Hence, work done due to the resistive force will be equal to 1.25 minus work due to gravity, and work due to gravity we have calculated as 10 joule, so it will be equal to minus 8.75 joule. Hence, option C is the correct option.